Let's bring in Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Josh Ritter for more on this. Josh, put it all together for us. We got DNA on the glove that doesn't match anybody in the CODIS base, which just means that whoever had the DNA on the glove, whoever was wearing the glove, is probably not a convicted criminal. We got different DNA in the house. The sheriff thinks it's a kidnapping, not a robbery gone bad, yet there's nothing from the kidnapper. So where does the case stand at this point?
I don't think there's an easy way of putting it that it's discouraging. These appear to be setbacks. You were hoping for some sort of hit, some sort of lead, some sort of way to move the investigation forward with that glove that they found. But especially discouraging is the idea that the glove doesn't even match the DNA inside of the home, so we can't even determine at this point if the glove is even involved or if it's just a false lead, just some random glove that was left behind. And the idea that the DNA, the unidentified DNA found inside the home, which is their best lead as far as the forensic goes, comes back to nothing. In CODIS, again, yes, it's nice that they have a sample, but now they don't have anything to do with that sample unless they're testing it against people that they're detaining. As far as the comments about whether or not this was a kidnapping, a residential burglary gone bad, I think it's really a distraction at this point because that person showed up with obvious bad intentions. He's got a mask on, he's got gloves on, he's got a gun, he's got a backpack. He's going inside that home to commit some sort of crime and perhaps most likely some sort of crime of violence, whether or not that's a kidnapping, whether or not he showed up to take things from the home. I don't think that gets us any closer to finding the individual or finding Nancy, and kind of quibbling over words or what his intentions were. It just seems like we're debating over theories, especially when it's coming from law enforcement. You would think the focus would just be on finding new evidence and finding suspects, which apparently at this point they have none.
Josh, this is Jillian. It struck me when the sheriff said in response to Jonathan's question that they have not, he asked him if they had narrowed this down to a few dozen potential suspects. And the sheriff said, well, we haven't narrowed it down to anybody. And they have been saying they don't have a suspect. So in a sense, it's not new. But hearing him put it like that was just especially, I don't know, disappointing. If you're the family listening to that, what do you read into it?
It's very disappointing. We're now into week 3. 16 days that she's been missing, and you would think that they would at least have a pool of likelies, a pool of possible people of interest that they would be working off of. But the idea, according to the sheriff, that this is just wide open, everybody in the area and beyond is a suspect. To me, you know, Jonathan said, if we're not at square one, we're in the low digits. I agree. It does seem as though this investigation is not all that further along than it was initially. And it's starting, yes, is it disappointing, discouraging, frustrating? We're hoping there might be more taking place behind the scenes we're not aware of. But as we stand here right now, it does not seem hopeful.
So one of the things that might be going on, because you don't get a DNA match with CODIS from the DNA that was in the house or the DNA from the glove, do they now move to IgG, investigative genetic genealogy, as they did in the Koberger case, to see if they can come up with a match?
Absolutely, and I'm glad that you referenced the Koberger case, because one glimmer of hope that we can glean out of that is that in the Koberger case, they had actually identified through the reconstruction of a family tree and the use of IgG, they had identified Koberger as a suspect, and that was not information shared for 11 days until he was actually arrested. So it could be that they're well on their way to trying to at least narrow down relatives of who this person is, especially the unidentified DNA recovered from the home. They've had that for some time now. Hopefully that is the next step that they've already taken, but they have not shared whether or not that process is underway or not.
All right, well, we'll see where it goes from here, but it's certainly puzzling. Josh Ritter for us. Josh, thanks for kicking us off. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.